All right, folks, welcome. Left Turn Broadcasting coming at you live, Pismo Beach, California. Got my man Marley right here with me. Marley, you got a copy?
I got a copy, brother. I got a copy.
Nice, dude. Well, we are at Martinsville today. We have Bocudo Raceway Cup Series throwing it down at Martinsville. We're a little late to the party. They threw the green flag early. So that's all I can really say there on that one.
That's all right. We're just working out the bugs here. Hey, this is a half-mile track. Very little banking. This is going to be an excellent race with very talented drivers. I'm excited to see what we got. If we were to jump right into this thing, Tron.
Oh yeah, we are in it and on it right now, bud. We're on our leader right now, Galen. We are going to go over the starting lineup as they kind of rotate through here, folks. So just give us one moment, and I'll kind of break it down to you. Who's in this field today? Who's running where? We're on the leader right now. He did qualify on the pole, and he is still there. So that's Galen in that number 13 Germain Chevy. Second position is Jay Hyper in the 24 Hendrick Chevy. Third place is Celtics fan in the 36 Front Row Motorsports Ford. See, and then the fourth position is Fluffy in the number 16 Wood Brothers Ford. See, fifth is Titans in the 17 Roush Ford. Sixth place is C. Workman in the 7 Wood Brothers Ford. He's one of the teams. Seventh is DK Brown in the 18 Gibbs Toyota. Eighth is Bags in the 47 JTG Chevy. See, ninth is From the Back in the 37 JTG Chevy. Another one out there. All right. 10th is Marcus in the 34 Front Row Motorsports Ford. See, 11th is Diesel. All right, got him on that Diesel for this thing. He's now 2 Penske Ford. And the 12th is Big D and that 12 Penske Ford. All right, going with that Penske's, man. And let's see, 13th, rounding her out, is Sloppy Joe in that 8 RCR Chevy. So like I said, folks, we are on board right now with Galen. We're at Martinsville. We got PRCS throwing down some short track action. Let's get a little bit of sound of this guy because we're going to see some.
Up, Chuck.
Yeah, we got some good action. You got it. At Martinsville there, folks. And this track does have itself its nice nickname, which is that paperclip track. It is aggressive, it's fast, it's short, and it's flat.
Ooh.
And it's just like a paperclip.
Galen's checking out, but now you got a battle between Jay Hyper and Fluffy for second. And they're battling pretty tough. Fluffy on the outside.
Yeah,
see if one of these guys can make a run for that leader.
We got Marcus right here, and he is sitting tight with these guys. Marcus in that 34. We got the 2 right there, Diesel. Looks like he's making his way throughout the field. We'll get a running order here in just a moment, trying to get a glimpse of where everyone's at.
We got Galen in first, and second place is the 24 Jay Hyper. Third place is the 16 Fluffy. Trying to work our way back through the field here to get our 4th place car.
All right, yeah, Galen is checking out right now, that Germain Chevy. Man, he's got himself quite the distance. He's already on the stretch. Front stretch right there, ripping it through. Now, these tires will start to give here in a little bit. So, again, it's going to be trying to maintain your runs throughout, your tires, of course. Fuel, not too much of an issue, I don't think, here. And of course, keeping that thing in one piece, keeping it off that wall.
Yeah, definitely to reiterate what you're saying there, the tires are huge here at Martinsville. I mean, you wear out that right front or that right rear, it depending on how you got your car set up, and that is major when it comes to, I mean, these cars are flying down the straightaway as fast as they can and braking at the last second to throw that car down in the turn. You don't have the banking to save you here, and then to power right back off. If your tires start getting a little bit worn out, you really start to feel it here at Martinsville.
Oh man, copy that all day. Right now we're riding off board with from the back in that 37. That JTG Chevy trying to make some ground up here. He's searching. He's right there on Marcus. He was fighting him for a quick win. Now he's under attack. Got the 22 underneath him. Penske Ford trying to make a run.
Now he had good guys out back like Diesel, and I see him making his way through the field here pretty handily. So I'd like to see if these guys can start to make their way towards the front and see if they can make a race of this thing.
Right now we got a great swarm of car right now. Got that 47. There's Diesel right there in that 2. That 47 is JTG Chevy of Bags. And then the 34 who is starting to close in on him just a little bit of Marcus. He's in that Ford right now trying to make some ground up. It looks like he got a little bit of rubbing right there. Nice. Oh. Trying to get him a little bump run. Oh man, 3 wide. Here we go. Oh shoot. Almost. Touches that wall right there. Slows up his progress, but look at this. It's not over yet because the 36 is right there on his tail. Looking for that run right now.
And Bags is right back on the tail of Diesel, or on the 34 Marcus. So
Marcus, yeah. See, and right behind the 47 right now, of course, we do have that 36 of Celtics fan right there in that Ford. Starting to make himself a little bit of run. Went a little high there, trying to gain some momentum. See what he can do here on these braking points here. And he's on him.
I'll tell you what, though, that 13 of Galen, man, he is checking out. Jay Harper in the 24 kind of distanced himself a little bit from second place. I believe that was Fluffy. But he's got himself a good car. I'd like to see how it goes on this long run for him. But, you know, don't overheat those tires. Don't overwork that car. You got yourself a nice comfortable lead. Just take it easy. Just keep putting those lap times down. Hug that bottom. And for our viewers that don't know, that bottom is more or less a curve. You hit that thing, that's going to all sorts of upset your car. You want to stay just above that thing.
Right now, Jay Harper is running solid in that second position, but it looks like he is starting to gain, or at least was right there. You see a little wiggle out of Jay and a little bit of a push, so he's going to try a different arc and maybe a different approach in and out, trying to gain speed here and close that position on the 13 car.
Yes, he's kind of arcing the turn. He's kind of, if you're watching that line, he's driving in a little bit harder, arcing the turn, and then he's able to get that car to just set, turn, and then drive off and get more straightaway speed. And I'm sitting here in Galen's rear view mirror, and that 24 car is getting bigger and bigger. Don't count out Fluffy right behind him either.
Right, I'm watching right now. Fluffy's right there on his 6. He's looking, I don't know if he's searching quite yet or if he's just waiting. Because he's right there in that striking position. All just going to take is one little bobble out of that 24. And of course, Fluffy right there in that 16 Wood Brothers Ford. It's going to be right there on him and hopefully be able to capitalize on that position. And that's the other thing is too, it's a patience game here. Once these things get into motion, everyone gets settled in. You're really trying to, then now you're racing the track, you're focusing on your tires. And one of the most frustrating things about this track is because of how short it is, that you'll gain on someone and they'll be right there, and then all of a sudden you'll come out of the turn and they're already gone. And so it's like an optical illusion a little bit. You think you're gaining on someone super fast by driving in all hard, but then you come out of it and they're already gone. And it's just lap after lap of this the same repetitiveness of just trying to find that line and clock down ever so slightly when it comes to your tenths. I mean, little bits here and there, inch by inch.
Hey, John, this lap traffic also plays a major deal here. A small track, a half-mile track like Martinsville. And you have Celtics fan going back and forth from the back right in front of our leader right now. I mean, they've been battling the last 2 laps. See how this works out for Galen making his way through here.
Right now on board with Galen, as he does come upon lap traffic of Celtics fan in that 36.
And just in front of him is the 37 from the back. And they've been battling hard, swapping positions the last few laps. And this is going to be interesting. If they hold him up any bit, that's going to allow the 24 J Hyper or the 16 to join right in this battle here for the lead.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and they're doing a fine job of it as well. They're battling.
Little contact there. Little contact.
Wow, we saw that nose go right in there.
10th to 36, right in the pits. Early pit stop.
Get it out the way, right? Oh, we got a big wiggle by the 37. Looks like Galen's going to go ahead and go around him.
Looks like he wisely let him go by. He said, I don't want to go in the pits.
You're like, no, I'm good there, but thanks, bud. he learned the lesson from somebody else's, somebody else's farm there, you know? So that's pretty good stuff there when it comes to 37. And driving smart, driving proper right there, getting out the way, knowing this guy's coming fast. Roll him up and slow him up too long.
Yeah.
You're going to have to move you.
The best thing that From the Back can do is stay as close as he can to this 13 car. That way, when Galen makes his way through this lap traffic, hopefully, From the Back will be able to follow him right through and stay that first car a lap down.
Yep, exactly that. And he's coming up on more lap traffic as we see approaching a little clump of cars of 4 cars right here. So these guys are not liking what they're seeing in their rear views right now. Is that the 22 of Titans up there? Let's get to him.
I mean, man, the 13 Galen is setting one blistering pace right now. I mean, he has stretched it so far from the 24 of Jay Hyper and the 16 of Fluffy. I mean, he is putting one heck of a pace on right now.
Well, look at this right now. We're on board Titans in the 22 Penske Ford. He is going to be the next car. Going to go a lap down here in just 2 shakes. And there is an aggressive battle trying to, and a sense of urgency right now of all these cars to get going and gone, because here comes the leader. I mean, we got everyone back here.
4 cars led by Diesel. I mean, it's not like these guys are slow. Maybe they got into some kind of a scuffle or a little wall contact off the restart that's wound them up just a little bit. I mean, aerodynamics isn't huge, but it's very easy to damage your mechanical parts here at a short track like this. Oh,
absolutely. And we do have you have bags right here. You've got the 34 Marcus, and then of course you have the 2 car of Diesel. I mean, some really fast cats here, followed in this extremely good chain here of really good drivers is Titans in that 22. And here comes Galen right now up on him, and that's just, there it goes. There's the first car. Man, now he's got 3 more right here in front of him. This is not looking good. Getting to him in just one moment. Here we go. And there he goes underneath the 47 right now, making his way too. So that's 3 cars now lap down. 47-22 now drift back. 47, first car lap down, and he's coming up to Marcus in the 34, and then Diesel. So these guys got to get going here. Let's do our lap tracker and count, see where we're rocking it down to. How much time do they have to stay?
This is wild. Bags, it looks like he has a blown motor. Bags was the first car to go lap down, and he started up in, or not Bags, I'm sorry, Celtics fan. He was up in the 3rd position at the start of this race, so very unfortunate for him.
Man, that is really unfortunate. Right now we're sitting at 20 to go. So 19 to go coming around right now. These laps are counting down pretty fiercely, and these guys are racing for their lives right now, trying to stay as close as they can. So right now these guys are all battling for first car lap down until he gets a Diesel. So they're praying that Diesel can hold him off and roll him up a little bit. Who knows? Maybe some of these guys can actually race their lap back if he gets in a good battle with Diesel right here in that 2 car. Now this is our leader right here, folks, and he's down so far, put down 3 cars and looking at that 4th car.
Oh, a little loose wiggle from Diesel. Ooh. Hold on to it, buddy. Hear the next car to go lap down.
Yeah.
Hold on to that thing.
He's probably driving his heart out right now, man. Trying to stay ahead of him. I mean, and look at it. We still have 17 laps left to go through this run right here. So chances are he's going to go.
Every ounce of speed he can out of that car. Wisely lets the 13 go by. Now he will ride right on his 6 and hope that he can stay there, and that by the end of the stage he is the last car in the lead lap. Then he can get in the pits and make some adjustments and get his car up there fighting for the lead. So
doing a fine run so far with this 13 car. This Tremaine Chevy is just making a blistering pace, setting some records here, and putting some really talented drivers a lap down.
I believe we had a 13-car field here today, Tron, and we have 6 of them a lap down already. So, I mean,
man.
that is the kind of pace that he's putting on right now.
That's fast.
We only have 7 cars on the lead lap in the first stage. Galen is flying in that 13 car.
And we've had 0 cautions so far as well, folks. So these guys are keeping it clean out there and trying to put on a really good show. And these guys, you're going fast, man. They're going real fast. That's with this Galen in this Tremaine Chevy. Putting down the numbers right now. I'm going to look forward to seeing what he has that he's going to put up on that board today for Martinsville. So far, decent run. Everyone's just trying to maintain. But we got Galen on a blistering pace right now, like we were describing.
Yep.
And he's
It looks like you had the 16 car of Fluffy make his way around Jay Harper in that 24 for second place. Hopefully he can try to march his way forward. He has all this lap traffic ahead of him, though, that Galen and the 13 was already able to get around. So that's not going to help his efforts at trying to catch Galen. But
well, as long as he can stay himself up on the opposite side of the track, at least when it comes to Galen, and not be in danger of going a lap down, you know, he should be fine. Like you said, hopefully making some adjustments, feeling out what this first run's going to do, loosen up or tighten up that car, find that speed, and hopefully so we can contend with Galen. But right now, no one is. I mean, he's gone.
Galen's pulling up to these cars that he's about to put a lap down. He says, listen, you know, Geico's my sponsor. If you just pull over, let me pass you easily, I'll save you 15% on car insurance.
Either that, or if you don't pull over, you're going to end up having to call your car insurance company and report a claim.
Speaking of sponsors,
So, of course, we do have an amazing sponsor for Left Turn Broadcasting here. It's Century 21, Hometown Realty, New Millennium. They are all over the world, especially the U.S. If you have any kind of questions, comments, concerns about property buying, selling, commercial, residential, man, they're huge. They're massive, and they have literally organizations in every town, every state. And again, all you need to do is just give them a holler, look them up on the internet, and make sure you let them know that the Left Turn Broadcasting sent you. And I would be really appreciative. But they're an amazing sponsor, doing some great things out there for us. And again, the way they take care of people in their home buying and selling endeavors, amazing. All right, on board C. Workman right now. Let's see what he is. He looks like he has a little bit of a battle going on. Oh, got that.
Go ahead, John.
I was going to say, Big T was gaining, and I don't know if he maybe overheated his tires, coming in there pretty hot, but it looked like he was having a little bit of a challenge for him, coming after him. But he wore it up a little bit so far, so I'm thinking maybe he just came in a little hot. When you get these tires hot and you're racing this thing aggressively, you do have to back it off, cool these tires down so they'll stick again, because a lot of times when you fly into these corners with these hot tires, you'll lose it, and it'll push directly into the wall or come out right from underneath you.
Well, these guys are racing as hard as they can right now, because they're sitting in that 6th and 7th position, and they have Galen closing in fast to put them a lap down as well. So
all right, here comes the 12 car on the outside. Beautiful pass right here, trying to make it stick. Oh, side by each, getting it down, loving it.
Excellent.
Big T.
It is very hard to race side by side here at Martinsville.
Yes, it is.
That's genius. Putting on a show.
Excellent stuff. Oh, wow.
Little curve.
Yeah, he just caught it ever so slightly.
Kept it off each other.
Man.
Excellent job.
Yep, here we go. Outside still. Hold on to it. Little more curve action. He's putting the pressure on him. He's trying to pinch him down there.
The more these guys race each other, though, Tron, that 13's getting bigger and bigger in the rear view.
That's why we're looking in their rear view right now. Oh, that's a 36.
Oh, okay.
Or 37 up from the back.
Oh, yeah, that was actually the stage. That's Galen. Galen won the stage.
Take that all day long.
Second, I believe, and third was Jay Harper.
All right, we're going to get our rundown right now. Galen with the checkout move of the century when it comes to Martinsville.
Cow.
Right?
I mean, and these are some seriously talented drivers. Yep. The fact that he was that fast is incredible.
All right, so we got Jay Harper. Here we go. Galen first, Fluffy second, Jay Harper third, Big D fourth, C Workman fifth, Titan sixth, Diesel seventh, Bags eighth, from the back ninth, Marcus 10th. So, and lap downers are from 6 on back. Titans, Diesel, Bags from the back, and Marcus. Titans will be getting his lap back.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a shame for Diesel. I thought he was that lucky dog, but no, it looks like it's going to go to Titans. Woo.
All right, well, let's see what they can manage and maintain when it comes to the start of this run on this endeavor now. Because, again, all we need is a couple cautions, and these guys could be potentially good, but if they see some really good green flag run like we were, like they were just throwing down.
Looks like Fluffy actually got the lead on this bad boy. Let's see if Galen can fight back on the inside. Oh, he got a drag
that's
race.
a start. Galen trying to keep it tight on the inside. Here comes the 16, Fluffy on the outside. Nope. See what Fluffy got right here.
That puts Fluffy solid in that second position. Let's see if he can hold with him this time around.
Man, Jay Hyper right there too. I mean, again, these guys are trying to stay on his bumper, not let him check out. But he's already starting to gain a couple car lengths right now.
That first stage, I believe Fluffy made his way from 5th to 2nd. So let's see if he can stay with his 13-car Galen this time around.
Got a little bit of contact there by the 24. That's going to blow up his efforts just ever so slightly. But he's still doing fine in that third spot. Right now, you are on Galen in that 13 Germain Chevy. Ewing back from the leader. And looking at Fluffy in that second position. Jay Hyper in that third position. Just going to rotate through a little bit, see who's where. All right. So Diesel is still rocking and rolling right now. I don't know if he managed to get his lap back. Seems that so.
Maybe. I think he's fighting real hard to say that on that, the first car a lap down.
Man, he's doing a good job so far because he's staying right on the bumper. We got first, second, third right there.
If he could just hold his momentum here, Tron, and as the leader starts lapping cars and he stays that first car lap down, just one lap down, he'll be able to get that lap back for this third stage and put him right there with the leaders. So it's very, very, very important that he stays with these guys.
So we're looking at C. Workman right there, rounding out your fourth position. And you have the 12 of Big D, who's, I believe, in that fifth place. Diesel possibly still is lap down, but I'm just going to take him as his stay where he's at here, up in the lead pack, chasing these leaders, staying right there in contention, and that way hopefully he'll get his lap back come next stage. Because right now they are doing no caution.
Galen again, he's starting to stretch this thing out. It looks like he's got about a second lead over Fluffy in that second position, and right behind Fluffy is Jay Harper. Your top three pretty much staying the same right now, separating themselves from the rest of the field.
I mean, great clean run by all these guys. Everyone's showing tremendous amount of patience when it comes to it. Yeah, I mean, you don't see anybody trying to nosedive, bombing on everyone, push them up the track, nothing like that. Everyone's working their race, working it the best way they can.
Giving room when room is needed, and that's huge here at a track like Martinsville. You need to be very, very polite when it comes to these battles and the turns, and when you're coming up on slower cars, faster cars, whichever. Got to give and take a little bit to make it a clean race, and these guys are doing an excellent job.
Battle for second right now, getting thrown down. Here it goes.
Oh.
24, Jay Hyper inside, Fluffy in the 16. Ooh, hold it tough.
Oh.
Still,
just couldn't make it sick.
Nope, he had that thing wound up on the outside. He was able to do it on those RPMs, get it to stick, and have that. And I love it. I love coming around that thing on the outside because you can. If you get your car to stick, you'll have that power to maintain, and you'll come out and clear the guy who's challenging you on the inside.
Yes. That bottom line is faster through the turn. However, if you have that car up on the high side and you arc it through, and you're able to hit the gas sooner, you're able to power down the straightaway and get a better run. Ooh, a little
Jay Hyper,
there.
big wiggle, but I don't know if that's quite the wiggle or arrow or something, because he was on the bumper of Fluffy in that 16.
It touched just a little bit, and it just sent his car just a little bit loose. Maybe backed out of it a little, make sure that they didn't take each other out of contention here. But man, I mean, it's crazy, and that's also, so the high line gets the run off down the straightaway because they're able to keep those R's up on the outside.
Right.
But that inside line gets pinched down just a little bit, and they can't accelerate and roll out to the wall, so they'll have less of a run down the straightaway as well. So it's hard to pass at these short tracks.
You have to time it. You really do. It's a beautiful art of timing, and hopefully your car is going to stick. Working that throttle. Oh, I can't say that enough. Working that throttle. You have to feather that thing, roll it, make it, wait till it sticks. Then you got to ease into it, especially when these tires are wore off. These cars are just a bear to drive. And right now we're sitting on board with Steve Workman in that 4th position, viewing back to the 12th car.
Got a whole bumper full of
Big
that.
D, man. He's right. Yeah, he's right there. This is a battle for that 4th position. Big D sitting in that 5th position. Diesel possible lap down or 6th position. But
he's our first car lap down.
First car lap down.
He's putting on a strong fight.
Yep.
If he stays where he's at, he'll be back on that lead lap.
That's a firm. Uh-oh. Battle right now coming in for the 4th position. 4th and 5th place. Side by side, here we go. Big D looking inside.
Oh, man.
Dropping his nose off. Looked like it. He was like, no.
Your puns are hilarious.
Yeah. Look at that, man. And then he pushed to the outside. Diesel went around him after that little battle, not shuffle.
Got 3 Mustangs here working together pretty well, so they need to just line up, keep their position, and try to gain a little bit back from this 13 car. I mean, he is putting on one heck of a pace. Galen is on fire right now. He's got almost a whole straightaway lead over Fluffy in 2nd place. Jay Harper right on Fluffy's tail in that 24 Chevy.
Yeah, and I'm watching the tracker right now, and I believe that we are a little bit more forward of the back. See where we're at. Yes. So this is the back of the pack, and I believe behind him is our leader going to be coming out of that. So they're racing real hard back here, trying to keep this pace up because they know that leader is going to be coming. It's going to be coming quick.
You have Jay Harper in the 24. He is all over the bumper of the 16 of Fluffy for that 2nd place right now.
Yeah, let's get on board Fluffy right now because here it is. Down to 4nd.
Oh yeah, he is up. Oh, little wiggle.
And to a little contact to the wall. Roll up the efforts just ever so slightly. Pismo blimp cam coming at you right here. Fluffy in that 16 of Wood Brothers team car right there, trying to maintain himself in that 2nd position, but he has all kinds of heat coming at it from the 24. Jay Hyper in the Hendrick Chevy. Trying to search and find a line.
Oh.
They're running.
That bumper.
Yeah, they're running virtually the same line. I mean, Jay's gonna have to switch it up.
Yeah, he might see a little bump and run here.
I was just gonna think, or a little bumper action.
If Jay gets a little bit impatient here with the 16 holding him up a little bit, you might see a little short track bump and run. They're running almost identical lines. Fluffy maybe a little bit higher in the turns, but that's
only when Jay gets on his bumper. Yeah. Kind of forces him to run up a little bit.
Fluffy's doing his best Ryan Newman right now, making that car all 3 lanes wide.
That's it.
If you're gonna pass me, you're gonna have to really work for it. And he's definitely making him work for it.
And watch him in 3 and 4 if he hits this thing again like he just did. I mean, he literally does a Talladega and paints that line. A little high for him at that time, but he stays close. Look at that. The 24 right there.
24 is being so patient right now. He is trying. He wants to put that bumper in there, but he's just being so patient.
How long are your patience gonna last though? That's the problem. I mean, because you're wearing your tires on. Your tires are just getting worse, no matter what. So, I mean, you're going to have to get past them soon, and you want to do it when you have better tires than when it's a struggle. You know,
yes,
a mad
and you
struggle.
remember in the first stage, Fluffy was actually able to make his way around that 24 car J Hyper. So Fluffy might have the better long run car. So yeah, right to your point. How long is he going to stay impatient? If he's fast now, he's going to want to get in front of him and try to stretch it out, hold on to that second place, and for the stage for those points.
Yeah, copy that. All right, now we got a little battle happening with Bags in that 47 JTG Chevy. Got that 34 Marcus right there on.
Marcus all over him.
Yep. Now this is toward the back of the field, and here comes that 13. Uh-oh.
Right. 34 with a little curve action.
Big curve action. Rode him up considerably. Let's get to him. Well, we're going to see him right now because we're on board our leader. Let's see how he's going to negotiate this lap traffic as he comes up to him.
So he gathered it up pretty well.
Yeah, but now he has even more company.
Oh yeah.
You know, because look, you got that's the 37 from the back, right? I believe.
Yes.
So yes, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's from the back trying to get up there, but here comes our leader right now.
You got the leader coming to put them a second lap down.
Yep.
That is detrimental to their race right now.
Yeah. Whoa! From the back, loose, hooks it off. Galen going to try to come around him on the outside.
Cleared.
All kinds clear. Good deal. He's going to go 2 down. Ouch! That's gonna hurt. No cautions so far, folks. No cautions at all. These guys running themselves one heck of a clean race, showing off their talent here at Martinsville. This is a driver's track. Short track, flat track, looks like a paperclip. I mean, these things, and again, very challenging and demanding on these cars and your tires.
Sean, I've been keeping a close eye on Diesel here and that 2 Penske Ford, who's my pick for the race, and he's staying right there with 5th and 6th position, the 12 car of Big D and Titans in the 22, and he's the first car that's 1 lap down. He was able to stay up there with these guys for a while, and as long as this thing goes green, I think with his position on track, he'll be able to get that lucky dog and get back on the clean lap.
Man, that's going to be awesome news for him. I mean, again, give him a chance to challenge, but I don't know. I don't see any kind of challenge getting thrown down at Galen right now. So unless he makes a horrible mistake in stage 3, gets into some kind of issue with the lap car of some sort, I think as long as he runs his program, he's going to be just fine.
It depends on how these guys got their cars set up. I believe in the 3rd stage we're going to see some green flag pit stops, and it all depends on strategy. If some guys can take two tires rather than 4, I mean that'll give you 8 seconds of track time. I mean that's immense.
Glad we just got to that, folks. You just seen the bump and run action happen between J Hyper and Fluffy in that 16 car. He finally said, "I gotta go. Patience is done," and excuse me. And he gave him a nice little bump action right there. He slid him to the outside and said, underneath I go. Now, will Fluffy be so kind to return the favor? We're going to find out right now.
Fluffy is a very, very seasoned veteran driver, pro league driver. I believe if there is any sort of payback in that kind of matter, it'll be towards the end of the race if they're still racing for 2nd and 3rd. But,
that was like literally like the textbook little bump and run, just a little, just enough to move you up out the way, but not enough to wreck you.
After all these miles, even the NASCAR Cup drivers, the tempers flare towards the end of the race. So we'll see, but it seems like they're racing each other pretty well. Whoa, 24!
You guys held up big time. We're watching it right now. We're on board Fluffy trying to hold on to her. This is for 2nd. Oh, we got that wrecking.
They went into the wall.
Ouch.
Oh,
that hurt.
That really wound up their momentums right there.
I don't know what happened there, folks, but yeah, it looked like the 16 got up into the 24 after the 24 had some contact with the 37.
It almost looked like the 16 of Fluffy hit like an oil spot on the track or something. He just, whoa, it didn't turn.
Yeah, he just darted up the track. That was, it was wild.
Luckily they were able to gather it up, and they're both sitting respectively in that second and third position. So
yeah,
hopefully the damage, which the damage doesn't really make a huge difference here, Tron. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. See, because of the aero wise and damage, you want your car to track straight, of course, so you don't want to bash and bang it too hard. But because of the speeds that these guys are running, and the nature of this track, you're more off the throttle than you are on it at times. It feels like so your speeds aren't there. You don't have to really worry about that aero, per se. But again, you still want your nose proper. You will definitely want the tail proper, because there's a lot of times when I've gotten some tail end damage there, and the car will just spin out no matter how good my tires were or whatnot, because I had no downforce to the rear. Same thing with the front. If you have a massive amount of front damage, she'll plow. She won't turn the way that she was prior.
One of the biggest issues here is the toe end. I mean, if you knock that toe end out just a little bit, it totally screws you up when you're turning into the turns, coming out of the turns. It'll make your car feel like you're driving straight into the turn. You got to get out the gas so much more. If you just mess up that camber just a little bit, or you're steering offset, it's so.
Hey, Marley, got a copy?
So, sorry. So damage sheet metal wise isn't really a big deal, because it's a short track, like you were saying. The speeds aren't quite there. You're not running at 200 miles an hour like you are at the 1.5 mile and the 2 mile tracks. But yeah, it's more so the damage to mechanical parts. As far as the tires, the suspension. Or even if you hit that wall hard enough, maybe your radiator or your motor. So, I mean, but now you see Jay Hyper, he's closing back up to that 16 car. So these guys damage seems to not really be hurting them too bad.
Yeah, no, they're on a pretty good pace so far. I mean, Jay has a little bit of damage there to that right fender, as you can see.
The 16 looks very clean, though. So I think he used the 24 as a buffer there. He hit that little spot.
No, I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. Was that, again, was that all due to lap traffic? Was there something else there?
I believe it was lap traffic. Like I said, Fluffy's a seasoned driver, and Jay Hyper, I know he's a good, clean driver. I doubt that had to do something with on the track or whatever. I don't think that was tempers just yet. Maybe later on, but not just yet. You got Fluffy, Diesel. He's your first car 1 lap down. He just made his way around Titans in that 22 car, because he said it's time to go, because he doesn't want to get caught 2 laps down. You have Galen catching up to these two right now. Yeah,
we're on the leader right now, and you can see them. You got to make haste. You got to make it now, bro.
Yes,
Woo! And they are fighting each other, and this is not what they want to see.
Actually, if the 22 car of Titans goes a lap down to our leader Galen, that'll actually put him still ahead of the 2 car, even if the 2 cars leading him on the track, because the 2 car of Diesel was already a lap down when the stage started.
Yeah.
As 22 of Titans makes his way back around, how much of a fight is Diesel going to put to our leader here?
Oh man, I don't know, because this is going to be nerve-wracking. It's always nerve-wracking and scary when it comes down to lap traffic in front of the leader, especially when they're fighting. One's fighting not to go a lap down, the other one's fighting not to go 2 laps down.
Yeah, they probably got about Tron? About 6, 7, 8 laps to go in this stage.
Except right now, they're coming across their tracker.
I'm going to say that Diesel is going to... Diesel got a little bumper from the 13. The leader said, no, you are not going to ride into me, buddy.
So here we go, folks. That's 5 to go. Oh, man. So he needed to hold him off just for a little bit longer.
Yes.
Now he's going to go 2 laps down.
2 laps down.
So he really needed to hold him off for another 5 laps, folks. Because we're almost there. This is winding down to the end of stage 2. We are at Martinsville with PRCS throwing down some really awesome racing. Again, not one caution so far. These guys putting on a good show. Everyone's showing some talent, some patience out there. Will it remain throughout stage 3? I don't know. My feelings are no, but we'll see.
Well, if we do get a caution, you know what they say, caution is precautions. But
yeah.
I believe these guys have all been very, very clean and good to each other. So I don't know. It all depends on it. If there's that one caution, then it might breed more. Yeah, we'll see here.
Oh man, and copy all of that, because look at this. Here we go, 22, about to go a lap down, and we have 2 to go. Oh no! Will he be able to hold it on?
Titans. He needs to hold on, because if he
He's trying to hold on
on
to everything right now. The 13's trying to put him a lap down. Come on, Titans, get it, buddy, get it! No, he's blocking!
Titans is blocking!
Razor block!
If Titans hold on to this thing and stays 13, on the lead lap,
yep, 13
that'll
was
put
trying.
Diesel. Ooh, that'll put Diesel in a Okay, so Diesel was the first car a lap down again, but two laps down. So now he's going to be 1 lap down, and all the people behind him are 2 laps down, and everybody in front of him will be on the lead lap. So he can't do worse or better than where he's at if he just drives this thing to get himself a top 7 finish.
Oh, dude, yeah, that takes a lot of his. Yeah, that takes his wings and the prayers there on that one, but at least
if we get a quick caution here, Tron, like we were talking, hey, this is the 3rd stage.
Yeah.
this is
We got,
this is for all the marbles. These guys aren't going to want to let.
Fluffy, Jay Hyper, C Workman, Big X, Big D Destroyer. We got Titans in 6th. 7th is Diesel. 8th is Bags. 9th is Marcus. And 10th is from the back. Now, 2 laps down, Diesel, as it was called. Bags 2 laps down. Marcus 2 laps down. From the back 2 laps down. 5th on up, Big D is the first car on the lead lap. So that leaves 5 cars, folks, on this lead lap right now, and the rest of the cars are 2 laps down. So no contention there. Galen is doing exactly what he was planning to do, which is run extremely fast and put a lot of these cars a lap down just by his sheer fast pace throughout this race and his long, consistent runs.
Oh, there's the caution we're talking about.
Cars all over the place, up in the air. Massive hit. Massive.
Oh, that's going to put Big Destroyer, Big Diesel back on the lead lap here.
But look at this, Fluffy out in front of the 13 car. First car to do that this entire race.
First time we got a new leader. And now you got to see Workman around the 13. Taking that 2nd spot. Yeah, you get that 13 back in traffic, he's going to realize what it's like without that clean air.
Yeah, So just as we were expecting and predicting, cautions are, gonna fly because the tippers are. But the tippers are going to start to flare. Patience is running out.
Yes, they will. Pits are commencing right now.
Yeah, we got everyone's on pit road right now. I got Fluffy leading on.
Those are teammates right there, Fluffy and C. Workman, your 1st and 2nd car in the 16 and 7. That's Wood Brothers right there.
1st, 2nd, and then 3rd is that 13 of Galen in that Jermaine Chevy,
who has just dominated this race. So let's see if he can make his way by these guys up to the front.
And are they going to really allow it? I mean, we got. They're going to fight him pretty hard to keep him back there and blow him up best he can.
Sean, this is going to be interesting because these guys just pit on the stage break, and now they are on the pit road again. Are you going to see some guys that take 2 tires, just right sides? It's going to be. You might see some new guys up front that you're not normally used to seeing up there.
Yeah, well, with 112 laps left, you get around 72 laps, of fuel per. You're going to need to make another run. You're going to, and I'm thinking because of the wear on, at this track on your tires, you're going to want to take those 4 tires as much as you possibly can because you're going to scratch these things off. You're going to wear them off.
He stayed out. Big Destroyer stayed out. You got or did that 2-tire strategy like I was saying. So now you got Galen back in that 4th position now on the outside, potentially losing more spots on this restart because the bottom line is your preferred line.
But he's got himself a pretty strong car. Let's see what's going to happen here. Now we need another caution for Diesel to get his last lap back here, and then he'll be back on the lead lap. And maybe have himself a little bit of a fight for this battle at the end.
Looks like we're going to be going green, all times green, all green.
No.
Here we go.
Let's get a little loud at this thing. Here we go.
Oh. There's going to be one more pace lap here, Sean.
One more pace lap.
And then we're going to crank it up. Then we're going to crank her up.
Well, pace laps only last but a moment, so.
Oh yeah, there's a half-mile track. You can blink through a pace lap.
Yeah, when it says 10 to go, it means 5. I mean, that's no joke, man. These things that you'll blink and it's done. You're like, oh man, that was it? All right, here we go, folks. Green, 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 all kinds green. Super green. Let's get her done. Martinsville. PRCS bringing it to you big right now. 3 wide. Galen's stuck in the middle.
You got the 13. He's the only Chevy out of. Oh, little contact to the 7. Move that 7 out of the way. Move him up to the 2nd position if he can pull this off. Oh, he drifted up. Get the 7 power around on the outside.
Oh, hold on to it now. Short tracks are always just rough, man. Super rough. Because look at that. Galen flies past the 7. That's seat work right there. Got Big D here.
Now, I'm curious, 2 things here. What Diesel can do now that he got back on that lead lap, and also if Fluffy can utilize that clean air now that he's in front of the 13, maybe he can stretch this thing out.
Well, we're going to find out right now. We're on board Galen in that number 13, their Jermaine Chevy. Let's see what he has when it comes down to that dirty air in front of you and all kinds of heat on your 6.
Oh, it changes your car. Even at a short track here, that dirty air changes the way your car turns in and comes out of the turn. You got that nice clean air. It's smooth and you know, you don't have that arrow just messing with you. But it looks like he's gaining on Fluffy here. I think we're going to have a battle of it very shortly.
Well, and we got a heck of a battle right behind them.
Where did our 24 car go? He was battling for 2nd the whole race. So he's stuck there.
He is back in. Oh man, I'm not sure. I did not see him rotate through.
Yes, he's back there paddling for it looks like the 7th or 8th position back there. A little bit of damage maybe wound up his efforts here.
Yeah. Right now he is catching Fluffy in that Wood Brothers 16 right there. Oh, Fluffy a little high.
Right now.
Here comes Galen. Strong run through the center of 3 and 4. Diving into 1 and 2. Rotating it pretty hard on the bottom. Accelerates off. Keeps it off the wall. Now it's going to see what he can get done right here. Good dive move. Oh, here we go. This is going to be for the lead. Can't Fluffy hold him off? Let these tires equalize a little bit.
Oh,
nope.
Pushes.
Right underneath him, rotates out and gone. Man, he has an awesome car here.
Wow, that was a power move by that 13. I mean, he made that thing look so effortlessly, it almost looked like Fluffy let him go. I mean, wow, that was a strong move right there.
Yeah, and you can see Fluffy did push a little high, and that's all it took. That's all that 13 was needing. And looking for.
I've been watching Fluffy. He's been doing that line the entire race. He drifts a little high in the center of the turn and then arcs it so he's able to power off. It just seems like he's lacking a little bit of that mid-corner speed where the 13 seems like he's solid everywhere in that turn.
Yeah, his car rotates perfectly on the bottom right there on the rumples on that curve right there.
Painting that curve. Yeah. I mean,
every time.
How many times can he paint it, Galen? Come on, man.
He's at least 102 more times. I mean, you know, that's what it's going to require to coat this thing and get me that first place.
Yeah. Well, Tron, I didn't mean to interrupt the the cranker upper, but it was hard enough to talk about that restart. Absolutely. You want to crank her up now?
Oh man, why not, dude? Let's get a little noise up in these guys. Let's see what they sound like on board. Sitting shotgun. Here we go. Excellent run by these guys so far, man. See, yeah, like I said, you guys have been doing a really clean race all the way through.
Yes.
Give and take. Not a lot of bumping and rubbing, and if it is, it's minute. It's enough to get them to move up out the way a little bit, but not enough to wreck them or spin them. Again, this is exactly what we were looking for when it comes to good, clean, hard racing.
Looks like we got a pretty good battle shaping up here with C. Workman, Big Destroyer, and Jay Harper. Jay Harper just made his way underneath the 12, and they were both up on the bumper of C. Workman there. This is for your 4th, 5th, and 6th position, it looks like.
Yeah, we're on board with these guys right now, and he had himself massive run, and is still continuing. Let's go ahead and get over to that 24 car.
He's trying to make his way back towards the front. He got into a little bit of a mix of trouble and found his way in the back of the pack, but looks like he's slowly making his way towards the front, trying to get towards that podium.
You see he's sitting right now firmly in that 4th spot. Here it comes. At C. Workman here. In that 7 car, the Wood Brothers team, sitting in that 3rd position. He wants that podium. He's got himself a decent car. He's rotating and gaining right now.
It's wild. The front of the front of that 24 looks like who was that? Eric Jones at the Clash. You could barely see out the windshield. Then pushed him.
But he still got it down. Look at that. Inside right now. This is 4th, 3rd spot. See Workman rotates to the outside. Jay clears him and he's gone. Now he's sitting his sights on Fluffy in that 16.
Very impressed with Jay's car. I mean, made his way from the back of the pack all the way up to that 3rd position. Very impressed.
Yep.
Yes, he showed he's got a very good long run car. Let's see if we can have anything for Fluffy. They've been battling the entire race for that 2nd position.
And he wants to get back up there and continue in that battle, I guarantee it. And he's gaining.
And that 16 probably knows he's coming too.
Yeah. And there's the 13. He hasn't really quite checked out quite as much as he did. But he's made his way back to the front, and he's there to stay, it seems like.
And if you remember, in stage 2, that 24 was not afraid to give a little short track bump and run to the 16, so we'll see if he's able to do that again. see how these tempers fare out.
Right now, it looks like someone's going to be... Big D's trying to do that little bumper run action on C. Workman right now. All up on the back of that car. A little bump action, trying to get her to wiggle loose out of that exit. You see how he's fighting his car. You can see it still kind of wobbling a little bit, not quite setting. But I mean, I'm sure it doesn't help having Big D right there all over your bumper, giving you shots throughout this turn. Man, he was on him. He was doing a really good job. Thought he was going to take it there for a minute. Ain't over yet.
Man, pit road is going to be huge. These guys are going to have to make a pit stop, and I mean, it's so hard to get onto this pit road here because this track is shaped like a paperclip, and you are already throwing that car in so hard just to get around the real turn, and then to have to turn in and blow it down to get onto this pit road that's, I believe it's 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, 35. 35 miles an hour.
That's a major task to get down from race speed down to that road. 35.
We're going to go through it right now. We're right on board with our leader. Let's go ahead and show you where the entry and exits are of our pit roads here, just in case you don't are unfamiliar with Martinsville. So here you go. We're coming down the backstretch, going into 3, right-hand side. There's your pit road right there. So you have to brake hard without speeding into that guy. Get through here. Here's your pit road right here on your left-hand side. Now what's going to happen here is you come out of pit road, you're literally going to be launched right down the backstretch right here. Woo! So you have to come out, and you have to make sure not to drift out, because as you see where Galen's running, which is where most of the traffic runs, is on that higher part of the outside of the exit there coming out of 1 and 2. So again, you got to clear your traffic as you come out. Plus, make sure you don't speed coming in. Of course, you know, diving that car off track right here.
To elaborate on it even more, if there is a caution on track and you are stuck on pit road, you lose 2 laps when you are on pit road versus the cars driving around. So you got to hope that everybody cycles through without any incident on the track, or you could get caught a lap down on pit road or 2 laps. I mean, this could make or break. You could have a car like 13 at Galen who's just dominated this race, either speed on pit road and completely change his race, or an incident happen on track. I mean, these pit stops are going to be crucial if these guys get in there clean and get out clean for the 13 of Galen to just keep up his efforts here as he meets the back of the pack right now. He's right behind from the back here, putting a car a lap down here.
Yep, 3rd and 4th spots, man. They're like the yo-yo, the accordion right now. They stretch, you know, out, and then they, of course, come back together again. And then, of course, Big D gets all up on his zipper, can't really find that speed, that line, that grip to get the car to claw off of him, and then he ends up losing ground, and then, of course, catches back up to me and tries it again. So there's been a little bit of a yo-yo battle between these two right now, trying to maintain pace, and again, they're doing a fine job of it. This is 3rd and 4th positions right here, folks. All right, looking at Diesel here. He is the first car lap down. He is chasing that 20.
Diesel's on that lead lap. Diesel's on that lead lap there, Tron.
Okay, copy that.
Heck yeah, he got it back. That caution was awesome for him.
Caution.
I mean, yes, it was. Yep. After the once the 3rd stage starters, they had that quick caution that put him on the lead lap and set him apart from all those cars that were 2 laps down, because he was the only car lap down. So he really can't get worse than 7th right now if this thing stays green.
That's awesome. I mean, so he just maintains his pace. He's going to come home with the top 10 regardless. He's going to get them points. Now he's just going to see how many points he can muster up at the end of this run. And right now we are looking at our lap count, which is 74 to go.
That allows him to pull maybe some strategy here. If he takes this thing easy and maybe take 2 tires, he can gain 8 to 10 seconds on the track by taking just 2 right side tires here. I mean, it's going to be interesting what happens here on these pit stops.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, if he can run out his tires, change his strategies up a little bit, he might be able to gain himself a couple positions and find himself in that top 5 by the end of this entire race.
Correct. Plus, this is a long race. I mean, it is hard when these guys are like, when I say it's a paperclip, I mean it's almost skinnier than a paperclip. You're coming down them straightaways, flying and then breaking hard.
There we go.
Ooh,
the 24 is all over. Yeah, sorry there, Marley. Yeah, he caught up to Fluffy in a heartbeat, and now was challenging him inside, and not done yet. So now he's looking for that run.
How impressive for Jay. I mean, came from the back of the pack on this 3rd stage and worked his way all the way up there, challenging for 2nd. I mean, wow.
Let's see what kind of maneuver he's going to have to make to get past Fluffy for that 2nd place position. Galen's gone.
See, Jay is also a lot like Galen. I'm watching the center of the turn, and it seems like the 24 has so much speed in the center of the turn versus the 16. The 16 is great on and off, but he's lacking a little bit in the center of the turn, and that's allowing these guys to catch up to him.
Did you see a solid car? Yeah. Did you see his spark show last lap right there? They're both doing spark shows right there in that thing. That looks so cool.
They got those splitters down on the ground. Yep. Oh, you got to look at inside.
Oh, contact hard. There goes 24 of Jay Harper. Take full advantage of that. Here it goes. Crossover.
Oh,
it ain't over yet, because look, we have lap traffic coming into play right now, folks. Yeah. So this battle is nowhere near done.
Got Marcus and Bags right in front of these guys.
And they're not going to give this one. I mean, there's cars everywhere here, so they're going to have to tiptoe it through.
Well, it's hard. It's hard for these guys because they want to give these guys room, but at the same time, they're racing for position. I mean, Marcus and Bags, I mean, they're racing for a position on track, so they don't want to give up too much, you know?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I can really see that. Oh, contact right there, easy. Now, and again, you don't want to mess your car up too terribly much either. So, you know, you don't know.
Now, what you want to do is you want to get that 34 to tuck right in with these guys, and then maybe he can wake his way. Oh, the 47 in the wall.
Yeah.
Bags, a little wall action there. Oh,
yeah,
man.
but I don't know. I mean, he was trying to go high, it looked like, and that car
just forced out there just
a
little bit. And, yeah, Marcus was able to make his way around him for position.
Now, that was, again, all that battling right there. That's second place, third place right here, on board with Fluffy.
I believe that battle that they just passed was for 8th and 9th. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, these guys are you know, there's still a race within a race here. So.
Oh, yeah. Points are points, buddy, no matter how you chalk it up at the end of the day.
Meanwhile, you have Galen just on an island.
Gone. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, he's already on vacation.
By the end of this stage, he might be the only car in the lead lap. I mean, the pace that he's putting on right now, he is just wow.
We're on board with him right now. I mean, like I said, just really taken back by his pace throughout this race.
I mean, he's got that car where he is fast on the short run and fast on the long run as well. I mean, that is like a diamond in the rough. I mean, to try to find that kind of speed in a car here at Martinsville with this tire wear.
All in all, I'm still like completely impressed with how clean this race has been. Everyone's handled their cars very nicely. You still see a bunch of cars still in pretty good condition and maintaining themselves. Again, really a give and take style of racing going on right here. Something a lot different than what we've been seeing. As I say, cleaner cars in the 37, but yeah, there's been mishaps, don't get me wrong, but nothing severe.
Very clean and smooth race, just like your clean and smooth transaction with Century 21 when you try to purchase a house or a residential property.
That's a firm, sir. The smoothest and the best. They work with lenders all over, no matter where it's at.
13 car coming to pit road. Our leader coming to the pits.
Copy that. Let's get to him. On board our leader right now. Number 13, Galen, in that Chevy.
Very clean.
This is what it's all about right here, so you cannot mess up. Let's see how that exit's going to be. He's the first one on. Are these guys going to run it out, or are they going to pit? I would be pitting as soon as I can, because if the leader's already pitting, that means he's just going to have that better run with those fresher tires, and he's going to put even more distance on me.
Fresh tires versus 50 lap old tires,
right.
You're talking about 2 seconds on track, maybe 2.5 seconds. I mean, it's huge. So every lap that Galen's on the track with these fresher tires, he's just going to be stretching that lead out even further and further and further when this thing cycles around. But then again, at the same time, Sean, you know as well as I do, I mean, these guys that stay out a little longer, then they'll have fresher tires when Galen's on the older tires, so maybe they'll make that back up plus some. It all depends. It's very give or take, but Galen has such a strong car here.
I think he's getting.
I can't see it.
Yeah, 24 is in. 24 is in right now. So Jay in about a lap or two later. So I'm sure that was hopefully by plan. He wants to have a little bit fresher tires in that 13 car. Well, let's get to him real quick. Sorry about that, folks. Here we go.
No, you got your J Hyper still on track. You got that was actually the 12.
No, Jay's in. Jay's the 24.
Oh, now he's in. He just came in the pits now. Yep. Just came in the pits now.
12's out. Everyone's cycling through. Back on our leader. So it's showing.
Flying out there right now on those freshies.
Okay, here comes the 24. The 24 should be coming out pretty close to him. There it is. There's the 24 dipping out. That's our second place.
Oop, and he came out right there behind that 13. So let's see if he can. He kept about the same distance. It's about a straightaway difference. But now he has tires that are about a lap or two fresher than Galen's.
2 lap fresh tires. Yep.
So he was able to get on pit road and off pit road just a little bit faster.
Yeah, he's still got him out. He's got him by a straightaway though. I mean, he's sailing, dude. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We're going to find out, though, because that 24 car, he made his way, Jay made his way from the back of the field on this latest restart all the way up to second. So he's proven he's got a fast car. Now he's got a couple laps fresher tires. Let's see if he can make his way.
Shouldn't take too long for him to equalize, though. That's what I'm saying. You know, I don't think that he's going to have enough. Let's get on Jay right now. Let's see exactly, you know, how he's driving, man. He's going to drive the wheels off this car, I guarantee you. Oh, too hard. Oh, man, just to get on board with them.
Commentator curse.
Yep. Every time, man. It seems like. Man. So he's getting himself some contact there. We got a battle between Seawork and Big D here.
Now I'm wondering where Fluffy's going to fall out of all this, because Fluffy was up there battling pretty good as well. I'm seeing him on pit road right now. He's not moving. Possible blown motor for Fluffy. That would be detrimental to his efforts. He was a solid top 3 car.
Could that be a pit violation?
Possibly a penalty, yeah, possibly.
Uh-oh, here comes a leader coming up on Diesel right now in that 2 Penske Ford. He's got his lap back. But, as you said, where he's at right now is worse than he can finish. As long as he does finish and does his, you know, his program all the way through, is going to be 7th position. So he's going to have himself top 10, some good points. He'll come out of this, you know, ahead.
I've been watching here, and it's confirmed that Fluffy has blown a motor because unless he ran over somebody's pit crew member, I don't think there's a penalty that long.
Yeah.
So,
copy that.
Yeah.
We got 46 to go, folks.
His efforts.
And we're on board our leader right now. This 13 car has just decimated this field, and is continuing to do so.
That's going to move Big Destroyer up to our 6th spot. I'm trying to see. He's about to go a lap down here. He's got the leader all over his 6. But I'm wondering if he made up any spots. It's hard to tell here until we can cycle through all these pit stops.
This looks like a pretty decent battle right here, though. Let's leave it on Titans in that 22 Penske Ford. Other teammate in the 12 Penske. That's Big D. Big D and that Seawork
right there in that too.
We've got a nice 3-car battle right here, and I believe this is going to be for. I believe that's that 2nd, 3rd, 4th position, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And no,
yep.
This is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
3rd, 4th, and 5th.
And we've actually seen Titans on Saturday trying to race in that 36 car Talladega race and take 2 podiums out of the 3 heats. So we know what kind of a driver he is. So
let's see if
he can make some work out of these guys.
Yeah, that guy got some good talent behind the wheel, guaranteed. He's trying to close up here. This is the battle. 3rd, 4th, 5th. That car going slow. Possible pit road action.
I think that was just letting these guys go racing for position.
All right, looks like Big D riding around patiently.
Big D was looking. He was looking.
He was trying.
He's there. He's just trying to wait, be patient, find that move to just strike. You know.
I'm watching how these cars are rotating, and you can see these tires are starting to give. But Workman's really doing a fine job of holding that bottom, especially in the 1 right there. And his launch out's doing good.
Steady does it. He's just, it seems like every turn Workman goes into, it's the exact same every lap. I mean, he's like on a rail right now. It's like,
but that's your rhythm.
You might be, he's like, you might be faster than me, but, you know, find a way around me.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and stick to my line, stick to my route here, and you can make your own way. And again, the 12 car's doing himself. Pushing a little hard.
Action there.
Yep. 22 looked like he gained.
A
little bit of contact.
Oh,
that upset the 22 pretty hard.
Yes, it did. I'm sure he was trying to whoa it up so he didn't make contact, and that affected his turn off.
Right.
You want to have those RPMs up so you got optimal grip coming out of these turns here, and yeah,
and that's where
I think that's what you see here.
Yeah, that's where that rhythm and that cadence comes into play right there, bud. You know, I mean, again, once you upset that rhythm and that cadence, now you know your next entry and exit's going to be off, and then you have to get that thing gathered back up again, and hopefully, you know, the quicker you get back into your cadence, into your rhythm, you know, the more then you start picking up your track times again.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, these guys are all putting on a good show here. I'm very impressed. I mean, we had one caution in 250 miles or so. I mean, this is very, very impressive. I mean, I can't say enough though about that 13 car, Galen. I mean, very impressive car. I mean, most tracks, Tron, you're either fast on the short run or fast on the long run. Not both. And this car is just such a dominant car. I mean, he better pray that he passes post-race inspection.
I was just thinking the same exact thing, dude. Like, you better make sure he can pass that inspection. But you know what? You know what I was just thinking though, man. I tell you what it is, man. It's you gotta remember, he is driving a Chevy. All right. He got that power. All right, he got that setup. Man, because he's torquing it pretty good. Look at that. He is just laying waste to the Fords right now. I gotta say it.
I'll give it to you. You know, first and second are Chevys, but it seems like the rest of the field is Fords. I don't know.
Yeah, the rest of it, but the Chevy is leaving the Fords in the dust, buddy. I mean,
okay, so Tron, you remember how I said that maybe by the end of this race, Galen might be the only car on the lead lap?
Yes.
So C. Workman is third. You got Big Destroyer in fourth in that 12 car, and then right there in fifth, right behind them, is Titans, and right behind Titans, that's Galen, your leader, and he's about to put fifth, fourth, and third a lap down. That is impressive.
That's crazy. And all these guys are extremely good. I mean, he is not racing against any kind of minor leagues of some sort.
In this race right now, and Galen is just, his car is hooked up that good. He found something that these guys have not found yet. I mean, it is impressive.
I don't think most people have found it, because you see a lot more people, and all these guys' cars are impressive when it comes to the control on these old tires. You'd see a lot of other, style of racers without as much talent, and their cars or the sets not nearly as good, and they're coming out and they're all over the place. Their tail ends are sliding out. They're pushing up into 3 and 4. Doing the whole D-shaped thing, trying to come bring it back down. Every one of these guys' cars is solid, rotating perfectly to the bottom, center, or top, whatever it needs to do. I mean, one car just seems to be hooked up, putting down that power more than everybody else.
It just seems to me that the 13 is able to just get in the gas just a little bit sooner than a lot of these guys, and that's where he's making up his time. And it's down the straightaways. He's gaining a tenth or two every lap on these cars in front of him, just down the straightaways. I mean, he is hooked up, and it has nothing to do with the Chevy, man. I think this is all driver, brother.
It's driver, and he's definitely found himself one great gear. All right, because you can hear that thing just hitting its marks right now. It's singing so beautifully.
Well, they say the higher the gear, the more grip you're going to have.
22 lap down right now. That's Titans. Unfortunate.
Lap down. Wow.
And in fourth position, folks.
Fifth. He's coming up to fourth.
Position. Yes. He's coming up to fourth.
The Destroyer is in that fourth spot, and then you got right behind, or right in front of him, is your third spot, and that's C. Workman, who's won 2 races this year, 2, I believe. I mean, this is I mean, what a pace by Galen right now.
I don't think these boys will be really happy when they see him come up on his bumper, on their bumpers right now. Because literally it's a matter of laps here, and we're going to see where we're at just one moment here, folks.
They're going to surely, by the end of this race, everybody in this race is going to know, and the broadcasters are going to know who Geico is. I mean, everybody's saving 50% on car insurance. I mean, my Lord. I mean, this entire race has been Geico right in your face. I mean,
got that lizard right there getting her done.
Yeah, they better hire him. I mean, crap. They better hire Galen as their slogan guy. I mean, they could broadcast on NASCAR Heat 4 for advertise, I should say, on NASCAR Heat 4.
Well, yeah, well, he's gotten enough of it today, because look at that Geico rotating through this turn right now, coming down.
He's catching up pretty quickly here to the 12th car.
Across the line.
You got a lap count for us, John?
26.
26 laps to go.
Let me see, hold on one moment.
We're right there at that 25 ballpark.
Yeah, we're winding this thing down. Because again, folks, these laps are so short that we'll blink and we'll be down to 10. Like I said, I just blinked and it's 18 laps now. So I literally was just like in 20-something laps. Blink, here we go, 18. So we're winding this thing down, folks. This is stage 3. Martinsville, you're on board with your leader. That 13 car, Galen, doing himself a fine job.
I wish we could get just one more restart, because I'm watching this 24 car, Jay Hyper, and he's our second place car, and he has not lost any ground to the leader since these pit stops. He's literally stayed that straightaway distance apart, and I mean, I feel like if we just had one more caution and, you know, maybe bunch this thing up, then he might have a little fight for this lead.
I don't know, man. Right now we're on board at Jay Hyper, and again, he's had himself an unbelievable car today. Shooting through his adversities throughout this really intense short track at Martinsville, one of the hardest tracks to drive and race.
Made his way from the back to second place, and has not in the last 30 laps, he has not lost anything to the leader. He's been staying that straightaway distance apart. So
he's 12-2 right now, and it looks like it's been around the 12s the entire time. So
yeah. He's. I think that if he finally made those adjustments, found out the sweet spot in his car, if he could just get one more caution. But I'm not seeing it happening, because I mean, we've only had one caution this whole race, John.
13 laps to go, and look what we're looking at here, Marley. Man, we are on the third place car. This is third and fourth place, and that's our leader right there in that 13 car, coming up on our third and fourth place cars right now. Amazing.
This is wild. Look at him. He's right there. I mean, this is incredible, Tron. I mean, it's literally going to be. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be Galen and Jay Harper as your only cars on the lead lap. And these guys are putting down one heck of a pace.
Oh yeah, and this is not fuel runs, folks. This is no fuel run involved, nothing like that. You might have seen that in other races, in other lobbies. These guys aren't backing up. They're not backing up to go slow. He has not slowed down ever since they dropped that green flag.
And
this entire race.
Yeah, exactly, Tron. He's shown that Galen has shown in that 13 car. He has shown that he was pushed back in the pack there on that restart. And if you look at his car, he doesn't have a scratch on it.
Nope.
And this man has made his way through the field and got back to the point. I mean, he showed that whether his car was clean air or in dirty air, he was the fastest car in this field today.
All day long. And again, this is something that our fans and of course our other drivers get to study and watch when it comes down to that, to see his runs throughout this entire program on how he's maneuvered his car through cleanly, fast, of course, consistent, making the right decisions on and off pit road, and hopefully he's going to take this win.
Watch his line. He is right outside that outside. He is at the last second. He's at that outside wall at the last second. He turns down, gets his nose right down around that line. Well, he's dealing with lap traffic right now, but he gets his nose right down around that line and then accelerates and floats it back out to that outside wall. He is outside wall coming out of the turn and outside wall going into the turn. Now,
remember, Marley,
every ounce of track.
This isn't lap traffic. He's lapping these cars. These are the last cars on the lead lap, folks.
Yes,
these are the last
place
cars.
Car right in front of him.
Yes, this is
wild.
fourth. This is fourth. That's third place right there, folks, that he's going by right now. One more car left on the field for him to pass, which is Jay Hyper in that 24 Hendrick Chevy, who is not going to let that happen today. But he would literally need one more car, and he will pass everybody. Well, he's trying to right now.
If he had 100 more laps, he might have.
I don't know. See, Workman is not liking this at all.
This is wild.
Yep.
No, Workman's like, I don't put me a lap down.
Yeah.
Look at
contact. Lots of contact.
12 car. Put the leader in the wall.
Both of them blowing up right now.
Oh,
they're not going to let this leader do this. He's like, no, you're not putting this lap down. We are in third and fourth position right here, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this right now?
This is wild. I can't believe. I mean, what a pace. What a pace.
He's good.
Incredible
He's really
effort.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I love Martinsville, and just but to see his consistency
this is a driver's track.
Yeah, but to watch his car maneuver, it just gives me hope that hey. Yes, you can dial your car at Martinsville, all right? All right, he's proof of it right now. All these guys are actually, but he is remarkable.
You and I talked before the race, and we said that this was a driver's track. I mean, and that looks like it might be
one lap to go, and that's it. Here we go, last lap, and that was him. So, yeah, he just finished that joker off right there. Galen takes it. You got Jay Harper. You got Jay Harper in that second position. And then we're going to round down our third, which I believe is C. Workman. So it's me, Galen, Jay Harper, and Workman. C. Workman in this guy right here. Great run for, great job for C. I had him up on tracker right now. So, he's been followed throughout. But Galen with the dominant performance all the way through. Jay Hyper with that second place position. C. Workman, Big D in that 12 car. Titans in the 22. Diesel. Marcus in 34, Bags in the 47, from the back in the 37, and then Fluffy and with the blown motor, of course. And that's unfortunate for him because he had himself a pretty strong piece throughout the car.
I'm impressed with Diesel. He's stuck around that lap down, got his lap back. He was actually 2 laps down, then got his lap back. I mean, and then to battle back for 6th spot. I mean, great job.
Oh, absolutely. What a fantastic
race.
job. I mean, clean, too. Extremely clean. These guys were very patient throughout their runs, really working the traffic and their surroundings accordingly. Very impressive work there by everybody. But Galen, man, wow.
Wow, that's the only great adjective there, because that's the only thing that I can think of. I mean, wow, what a pace that he put on. Excellent job by Galen. I mean, oh man,
right now
his car was on rails today.
Doing a little fishing action real quick, reeling in our drivers.
Yep, Slade, we got Slade in here. He's gonna set our fishing pole.
Awesome. Hey Slade, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, man, dude, can you believe Galen? Oh my goodness, man! He almost lapped the entire field. I mean, Jay Hyper was not having any of that, dude. But
Lord.
I mean, and every single one of them were fast. Every guy out there was fast and had a great car. But he just had, hey, make sure you check that thing, dude. Seriously, put it through inspection. All right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pass that post-race inspection because there's gonna be some magnifying glasses on that thing.
That was I was surprised. I knew I'd be okay, or I was hoping I'd at least have a top 5 car. But yeah, wow.
Did we get everybody in?
All right, we got our podium in here. We'll start with C. Workman, who got third place. C. Work, Clockwork.
Man, like Clockwork, you're still there, top 3. Oh man, we miss you too, buddy. Seriously, I mean, you always put on one heck of a show. You were out there getting some things done today. I mean, a fast-paced, extremely fast-paced. Everyone had amazing cars, it seems like, because you guys didn't have a lot of control issues even toward the end of your of these tires being all burnt off, and you know, of course, when it comes to you know your grip wise, and then of course when it comes to the fight, you guys were patient. It seemed like waiting for that right opportunity, not trying to push the envelope too much, man. But when it comes to your battling, how was that race out there, minus Galen just checking out?
Well, first off, I gotta give kudos to Big Destroyer in the 12 for the 250 lap battle for third place. it was fourth place, and then something happened to Fluffy. I don't know if he disconnected or what, but then it turned into a battle of third. And dang it, I can't tell you, I have never battled a single car for that long, basically the entire race. Like, I mean, like top 2, top 3, they were kind of leading. Well, first on 13 was in a completely different zip code.
Yep.
I don't know where the hell he went. He tried to ruin our battle at the end. We told him to simmer down, let me in the 12 but yeah, I mean, like, you know, that's like, you know, cool. Like that, me and the 12, we were just in our own group. Like no one was in front of us, no one was behind us really, and what was going to be a fourth place battle turned into a third place battle, and I mean, it seemed like, you know, pretty decent on the first third and the second third of a run, but the last third of the run, once that right rear got a bit lower than that right front, it was just hold on, and thankfully that caution came out there early in stage 3 to shorten up the runs that you have to make. It shortened it to about 50 laps each, which was definitely helpful for my end, and then made a good little right rear tire adjustment and wedge adjustment there on the last stop to be able to have a little bit better long run speed.
Man, you did a fantastic job staying up with your car. Yeah, that caution, because you guys ran a caution-free race both first and second stages, and then of course, you know, we had that one little caution, and then of course that big caution, got car up in the air. I mean, that was some gnarly stuff right there. But then that was it. That was it. You boys, I mean, really, then that was probably just some kind of you know, a little misjudgment of some sort, because you guys were giving each other spaces. You were doing the bumper runs, but you're doing it accordingly. You weren't trying to run somebody over, you know. I mean, and you weren't trying to shove them, you know, into the grandstands. It was nice. It was, you know, ginger-like, and everybody was doing a classic Martinsville. I mean,
that's the thing too. Like me and the 12, we would make a little bit of contact here and there. He maybe gave me like a little bit of a nudge into a corner or whatever, or off exit, or I maybe chop him off a little bit on the center. But you know, it was a lot of give and take between me and him.
Right.
And that's just what you're gonna like. You know, you gotta have that at a track like this, and also too, you know, you just kind of take that little bit of extra account with net code and whatnot, just to know, hey, you know, just because it looks like there's this much room in your screen, there really isn't. You gotta like be taking out for a little bit of a bubble. But yeah, great day, great run, and I think we should still exit this race with the points lead possibly. So being the points leader at the first fourth of this regular season, that's a pretty cool accomplishment.
You're looking pretty good so far. Good job doing work out there, and of course bringing home that podium finish in that third place spot with, of course, one of the longest battles in history at Martinsville with one car. Perfect. I love it.
Yeah,
great job.
Excellent job. And Workman, you know, hands down to you. You're a points leader and throwing it down. I believe this is your fourth podium this year. Fourth podium.
Yeah, third podium after 4 races.
Hold it down.
First, second, and third. Missed it last weekend with the 7th, but you know, we have the first, second, third, and the 7th. Nice. It's by far a better start than what we had last season.
Throwing it down for that points lead, man.
Yeah,
holding it strong.
Yeah,
great job.
Keep it up for sure. Great job. Congratulations to you on your third spot.
Thank you.
All right, Tron, let's get to our third place car. Jay Hyper, man. Hey, brother, I watched you have epic battles back and forth with Fluffy for that second position. I mean, you guys just battled. And then it seemed like in that third stage, something, yeah, you know, a little contact here or there, it sent you towards the back of the pack. You drove your car all the way to that second position, and then, you know, after the green flag pit stops, you kind of held your own. You didn't really lose or gain any, but you held your own. You showed that you made the right adjustments, and you had yourself a solid car. I was hoping for a late caution there so that I could see you bunched up with Galen and see if maybe you can, you know, battle for the lead, but didn't quite get that. But walk us through your race. I mean, you had a great car.
Well, it started second, and immediately fell back to third after Fluffy got by me. And the first three stages, it was just me and Fluffy. The first two stages was me and Fluffy battling the whole time. He had a little bit better of a long run car than me the first two stages, so he would end up getting second, I'd get third. And then that last stage, I made some adjustments, and it was definitely a lot better on the long run. And we battled, made some little contact, and eventually I got by him, and then I just started driving away, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if he left or if he had connection issues. He just disconnected, so I didn't really have anyone to battle with for those last 100 laps.
Yeah, and you were kind of in one of those bubbles up there by yourself. Now that march through the field, though, that was very impressive. You showed a lot of restraint there because we knew you had an extremely fast car. We know you have the talent to get it through, and I know that the time of the race was winding down. I mean, those laps are getting shorter and shorter, and of course the urgency was growing. And the way that you conducted yourself throughout that field, fantastic job. You know, you give the right nudge and the right bump in the right spots, and you were able to overtake drivers very efficiently and effectively. So I mean, you did an amazing job, you know, through that run.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we when it comes down to our race leader, but again, great job on your second place finish there. Fantastic.
Tron, in order to talk to our race leader here, we might have to make a long distance call because he's in another country, another he's in another zip code. He's out there.
I was actually going to radio into NASA real quick because I'm sure that he raced his way to the shuttle and he's now pretty much in orbiter on the moon because then you checked out like that. But I mean, holy bejesus! I haven't seen anybody put a field down like that ever.
We just lost Galen. Oh man, where'd he go? We just had him just about for his interview here.
No!
Oh no.
Hold on, we'll give it one moment, folks. Let's wait to see if we can get Galen back or raise him again.
Hey Jay, can you throw out that fishing line to Galen, see if we can get him back in here, please?
Yeah, let me see.
We gotta talk to the space cadet.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, because
he was the train conductor. I mean, he had them rails set down on the track. There was no stopping him today.
Woo! Yeah, his consistency throughout was pretty impressive. And again, just making his way through the field, patience-wise, that was awesome. We're just on hold for a second, folks, waiting to see if we can get our race leader back in. Had a little connection problems there. While we are on hold, we would like to kind of throw a little shout out, a huge shout out to Left Turn Broadcast and sponsor Century 21. Again, folks, if there's any kind of questions, comments, concerns when it comes to your realty endeavors, look up Century 21. They're all over the world, all over the U.S. They have branches everywhere. And if you when it comes to some of the most talented people, when it comes to that real estate, they can direct you through commercial, residential, anything. So look them up if you have anything in your area that you're looking for.
All right, brother. We got our race winner in the chat.
All right, there you are.
Sorry, I thought I was done.
No, absolutely not. 100%. Galen, man, what an impressive run. We just thought you probably caught the shuttle of some sort because you checked out like that. You literally put a field of some of the best drivers in this simulation a lap down with sheer speed and consistency. Please give us a rundown throughout your field, throughout your race.
Well, I was a little worried because it was starting off pretty fast. You know, I pulled away. I guess you noticed that first stage. I was like, oh man, they're way back there. I was like, I'm gonna fall off like a rock here. And It was definitely a handful with 20 laps left, you know, to run. So that we what 40 after about 40 laps, the exit was like kind of ridiculous, but everybody was fighting it. So I think I was the same speed as everybody late in the run. It's just I did manage to get that distance, you know, early first 40 laps.
Well, I mean, honestly, with your consistency, we watched a lot of your run throughout the entire race, and the way your car was handling and operating, you were painting that bottom line, hitting your marks, time in and time out, without flaw. And it's very, very impressive.
Y'all didn't see all those times I hit the curb?
You were painting that thing. I mean, you know, it's very. What I thought was very impressive is that most guys at the short tracks, they either got the short run speed or the long run speed, and it looked like you had both down. I mean, you looked like you were on rails out there. I mean, your car wasn't loose going in, and it wasn't loose going out, and you had that center of the corner speed that a lot of these guys were lacking, and you'd be able to drive off the turn so well without that wheel spin that you were able to just gain a tenth or two on everybody down the straightaways because you were carrying so much speed. I mean,
yeah, I think that some of the guys are kind of using the technique. I kind of diamond it, I guess is what they call it. You kind of wait for it to turn and then you gas it. You don't kind of make that long arc. That seems like a hard. Maybe early in the run you could do that, but late in the run I have to kind of diamond the corners, kind of. As soon as it's pointed straight, then I can mash it, but I can't mash it if there's a little angle in it there late in the run. It's definitely a learning curve that last 20 laps. Definitely.
Well, your
first 20, 30, 40
it shows driver control. It shows driver skill. Well, you definitely put that on display today.
Yeah, your exits out were beautiful. I mean, especially out of 4. That's one of the tightest portions of the track, especially when your tires are wore down to the worst, and that's where a critical spot right there. I mean, throughout, but right there coming out of 4, and you're able to hook up every single time. That's very impressive. So again,
I'm looking forward to the replay. I'm definitely looking forward to the broadcast.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of Geico.
It is all Geico. Right? Yeah. You got all kinds. So Geico's gonna be very happy with you, buddy. I perceive this. I see a bonus in your future for sure. Yeah, at least some car insurance. 50%. Right, save you 15%. Be careful.
Right.
Well, excellent job. Congratulations on your victory.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. You definitely. This is a driver's track, and you showed that you got what it takes. I mean, you threw down an excellent race from start to finish. Showed that you could drive through the field. When you got shuffled back to about 4th position, you made your way back to the point.
Oh man, I was so worried when that happened too. I was like, oh man, I'm in the pack now.
Yeah, and they were not going to be nice to you either. I can only imagine.
No. It was a little tight back there. I was like, oh man, I nailed the back, and I was like, oh, they're gonna. Luckily, I didn't get any damage that whole race, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, no, we commented that as well. So, like I said,
I don't think he's got a scratch on the car. Tron said maybe a ding.
Maybe a ding, a little scratch. Yeah, like I said, you did a phenomenal job. Yeah, phenomenal job putting it down to these other guys out there. And, I mean, again, everybody's running such a hard and clean race. And for you to have the speed and consistency you did, again, that's hats off to you, bud. So great work, great job today. Can't wait for next week, man. See if you can continue it.
Oh man,
definitely.
I hope so.
Hey, Kalen, can you give us a heads up on where you guys are at next week?
Kansas is what they told me. So.
Ooh, Kansas.
Okay. So the High Line
tightrope track.
Yeah, the High Line track right there.
One track, it's a 1 lane. Yeah, it's just gonna be tough.
Oh, we're gonna look for those. We're gonna look for those aggressive dive bombs and slides up. Oh yeah, we're looking for those. Lots of it. Right. See if they clear.
Track position and slide jobs. That's Kansas right there.
See some angry drivers, I think. Worse than this track, probably.
You guys did a fantastic job with this track. So again, hats off to you. Great job. Man, I really appreciate you throwing down great show for the fans out there. So, good job.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right, guys.
How about that, buddy? Good one. All right, buddy. Well, it looks like, man, that's another great session for Left Turn Broadcasting and PRCS. Woo!
Heck yeah. As usual, PRCS threw it down.
Yep.
I mean, excellent racing, excellent talented drivers. I mean, great show for the fans. I'm very impressed. I mean, man, that 13 car was on rails today, Tron.
I'm still taken back again. I have a hard time staying up with this, and all these drivers that are in this league right here, and for him to put these guys a lap down, I'm still really taken back by his abilities there at Martinsville, and it scares me to think of how good he might be at other similar tracks. So
yeah.
Man, woo.
He put down the guy that won the Pro League race on Wednesday. He put that guy a lap down. Unbelievable. I mean, he was on rails. Guys, with a clean race. We had 250 laps and 1 caution, Tron.
Yep.
That's incredible. I mean, yeah, excellent job by all these guys. Impressive car control, just overall driving, their cadence with each other. I mean the give and take and realizing who was where at what time on the track, and I mean, excellent job. Glad to be a part of this and be able to broadcast this with you and Left Turn Broadcasting, and I'm excited for our future endeavors here with PRCS.
Oh man, and when it comes to their racing and the way that these guys are producing, again, some of the most talented races that I've seen so far. So and here we are, folks. Here is your daily leaderboard for Martinsville, and what do you know? Galen, J Hyper, Celtics fan, Fluffy, Titans, DK, Z Workman, Bags from the back, and X Big Destroyer, which actually this looks like the lineup for the board for today's race. And this is the daily at Martinsville, okay? Let's go weekly real quick. Yeah, Galen, 2nd in weekly, Jay and Celtics, 4th and 5th, Fluffy 6th, Titans 8th, DK, oh man, that's crazy. These guys put down whole field, literally the whole field got the board, and then and half of them got weekly. That's some impressive stuff right there, folks. So again, these guys know how to throw down some fast laps and some fast speeds. Really good deal right there. So again, look forward to seeing more of PRCS when it comes down to Kansas next week. So make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the racing that we have going on throughout the week. So lots of fun stuff coming at you, especially come Thursdays, and we got Wednesdays coming out. I mean, we got a full load of racing throughout the week. So stay tuned to Left Turn Broadcast. And if you're not subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button. Show your support, and we'll again, we're going to do the same. We love to give out there to our subscribers. So, anything you can do for us, fantastic work, man. Real good stuff out there.
Yep, and major thanks to our sponsor, Century 21.
Century 21, obviously.
Couldn't do it without you. All the cash prizes. I mean, that's huge. We're giving out money to subscribers. We're giving out money to race winners on our Thursday night heats at Talladega. I mean, woo! I mean, them boys, they're winning cash every single week, and you can get into that. Just hit up us on the Left Turn Broadcasting Facebook or in the comment sections of these videos and on YouTube, and let us know you want to be in it, and we can get you in there. I mean, we're doing full 36 car fields, 37 car fields at Dega, running 3 heats, letting the fans choose which race they like the best, and then those guys, the top 3, win the money. I mean, pretty fun stuff.
But we don't want to take up too much of your time there, folks. I know we're already dragging this on because we are actually going to be doing a little broadcast and an update here in just a moment of everything that's going to be going on.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned to us, folks. But again, thank you so much for viewing tonight's race and checking in. Man, appreciate all the support. Until next time, folks, keep it pointed in the right direction. Stay safe out there and have some fun. It's summertime. Let's get it done. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Subscribe, baby. Subscribe.